Welcome to your weekend focus for August the 25th, the 26th, and the 27th, 2017. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you so much for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day, especially over this past week. I wasn't expecting that many responses. I just wanted to give you something. If you've been following me for up to the last 4 years, then you would have known Peanut. You would have known him quite well because he appeared in many of the videos. Although I didn't have them tagged, so I couldn't include him popping actually into the videos in the farewell. But I wanted to give you something to say goodbye. Um, and thank you for all the kind words, the beautiful, strong, positive, supportive energy you sent my way each and every day. And thank you for sharing your stories about Peanut. They made me smile. Thank you. So let's see what the energy is for us as we go into this weekend. I missed you completely for the solar eclipse. So let's see what's happening right after. Look at this. The Eight of Swords appears. Our perceptions change. Our understanding of what maybe needed to be done compared to what actually is needed to be done. The way we've been looking at something, seeing it through a new set of eyes almost. The Page of Cups. Page of Cups. This could be the first thing I heard was spiritual awakening. And this is very much about that veil being thinned. This is very much about being able to talk to God, your angels, your spirit guides, the universe, source, and asking the questions and getting the answers, getting those aha moments, getting those epiphanies. This could be a mentor showing up in your life. You could become the mentor in somebody else's life, depending on the path you are following. We have the Nine of Cups. This is blessings. This is goodness coming in. The Ace of Cups. New beginnings. Your cup overfloweth. And the Two of Pentacles. Well, we could have a little bit of imbalance. We could need to bring in the balance. We may need to understand what is important and what isn't important. Saturn is going direct this weekend, so we've got that to look forward to. Okay, so what happened was Saturn went so far into Sagittarius, then went retrograde, so seemingly backwards, to retrace our steps to see what worked, what didn't work, where we tried to take a shortcut, where we maybe should have turned right and we turned left. Maybe where we should have had that conversation and we didn't. Or we did have that conversation, we definitely should have done that. So now's the time when we go back over those steps again, doing it the right way, getting strength in our step. So this is really a time when, if it doesn't feel right, it is not right. And if it looks too good to be true, chances are it is. This is really going to give you a solid approach to going forward. I mean, right after a new moon eclipse, solar eclipse, now we have Saturn going direct. And it's really going to help us align our thoughts, our higher vision of what we want to do, where we want to succeed in our life, with the right steps forward. So let's go back to the beginning with the Eight of Swords here, okay, because that is our perception. We are blindfolded here. We're tied up. There's swords seemingly all around us. And we have this beautiful castle in the background, and it's covered by fog. It's gray. It's a hope. It's a dream. It's a fantasy. And yet we allow things to limit us. We don't see clearly. We're not taking in the whole spectrum. We need to, one, remove the blindfold. to what we have been telling ourselves is the reason we can't go forward. I couldn't do it because I don't have enough energy. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money. There's not the right people surrounding me. The timing is off. I want to wait for this and this and this to be in place before I take that step. But being the first card, we get this enlightenment, we get this aha moment, we get this epiphany, just like I felt with the Page of Cups, this epiphany happening, where we remove that blindfold and we turn around and we see that castle so much clearer, and an understanding of how to go forward, and realizing the swords didn't encompass us completely, that we could have gone forward at any point in time, but in some way we are allowing ourselves to be limited still. And this is a weekend to understand, evaluate why we have a fear or a worry or a concern that holds us back, and how to go forward through that fear and face that fear and overcome that fear. And I think, the next 3 cups, Page of Cups, 9 of Cups, Ace of Cups, all together here, talks about allowing our intuition or higher wisdom to lead the way. She holds that same cup. That cup right there. How do you want to fill it? What do you need in order to go forward? What is the plan of action? Nine of Cups. 9 of Cups really talks about the storm being over. The 9 of Cups says you've worked hard, and now the rewards will start to come. Now life will get a little easier. Now things will make sense and come together. So if something isn't making sense in your life, or there's worry or concern, or there's fear, or all of a sudden you're looking and there's so much to do because we have 9 cups on the table, to take a deep breath, to relax, to know that this is within very new energy with the Page of Cups on one side of it and the Ace of Cups on the other. This is an inner belief in yourself that you need to work on this weekend, or a belief in God, your angels, your spirit guides, source, the universe, that if something has been taken away from you, it is for your greater good. It is going to allow you to move forward faster, better than you could have ever imagined. If a door closed, if something needed you to take a step back so that you could heal from it, we have the harvest on the table there. It's time to believe that the fruits of plenty are going to be at your table, that you're going to see the way forward, that you have enough time, that you haven't run short on time, or you didn't make so many mistakes that you can't salvage, that you can't start going in a positive path. This is a card to tell you to take a deep breath and relax, to have a patience, that things will come together in its own divine time. Especially if you have been doing the legwork, especially if you've been investigating, especially if you've been trying to, maybe it's a conversation you need to have in order to get more information, more details, more of an understanding. Ace of Cups, very young energy, except for the very first card. So Friday might be a little bit more difficult, where we may feel a little overwhelmed, like our dreams are so distant to where we are. We may get discouraged, we may get upset, we may get restless. So it's very important with the Nine of Cups here to remind you that everything is going exactly to plan. Now the Ace of Cups is asking you to dream about that new path, to dream it bigger and better than ever. Now remember, all the energy has moved really from Leo and is now moved into Virgo. So we might have that, that wake up call, right? Leo is all about our inner passions and honoring your inner child and feeling confident and feeling like you can accomplish so much and do so much and be so much, and everything's sparkly and wonderful and full of happiness, and there's a bounce in your step. And then you get to Virgo and it's a little bit more serious. It's a little bit more of what belongs, what doesn't belong. It's a little bit more of what needs to be done. What's the priority list? Let's get things in order. Let's start working on the little details so that we can see the bigger picture emerge. Two of Pentacles is talking about a balance. And usually with the twos, it's an imbalance. It's a balance that maybe, the slightest thing happening would throw everything right out of balance again. It's looking at those little details in your life that could potentially throw you out of balance, and what kind of safeguards you can put into place in order to keep your life in balance in all areas: work, career, money, finances, stature in the community, health and well-being, your spirituality, love, friendship. The 25th, the 26th, and the 27th, that is all cards that have to do with marriage, uniting together with partnerships. So there could be a lot this weekend just because of the dates with relationships. Maybe bringing the balance into the relationships, maybe seeing the relationship in a whole new light, okay? Because our perceptions change. Maybe somebody we've relied on, we find now that we can't rely on them, or maybe somebody that we thought we could never rely on is standing in front of us, helping us more than anyone could. So, keep the blinders off when it comes to the relationships and people in your life. Understand where we can build the balance, grow a deeper relationship, a stronger relationship, and which ones maybe are not working as well as we would like, and how to salvage that relationship, how to grow it deeper, or is it time to go your separate ways so both of you can step on your new path, your new journeys? Where are we going to go? Let's get an intuition card going here. So I think it's very strong and beautiful energy. There's a little bit of dream building here, but I think it's more of, with the Virgo energy, starting to put things in place that are important. Sorting out the priority list. And maybe it's friendships, maybe it's situations. Take a deep breath and relax, okay? Because with the Virgo energy, we all of a sudden, it seems like we wake up from a dream and it's, oh my gosh, there's so much to do and so little time to do it. And it can overwhelm us quite easily. And it can maybe seem like it is too much to take on. So take a deep breath, relax, know that everything will come together as it should, that you are exactly in the right place right now. Messenger of air. Messenger of air. So messenger of air, I mean, is that God or angels or spirit guides bringing messages to us, bringing those answers in, bringing those aha moments, those epiphanies in. The messenger of air opinions informed by experience, adherence to dogma, allegiance to the way of thinking or acting, a learned response, subconscious programming, and swift reactions or responses. So it has a little bit to do with this, right? Our perceptions, the way we are looking at things. I need to broaden my perspective. I am reacting to a situation from my past. I have to think about whether I want to do things the old way or respond differently this time. I can adapt a new way of thinking and behaving. I am swift and move quickly, ensuring my actions are for the highest good. Positive outcomes are assured. And yes, that's very much the Nine of Cups. Positive outcomes are assured. Okay, so I can adapt to a new way of thinking and a new way of behaving. You know, what are those triggers? And I think Saturn going direct is going to show you some of those things. You're going to understand when this happens in my life, this is how I react. Subconsciously or consciously, it doesn't really matter. Once you become aware of it, you can change that behavior for a new outcome, a different way forward, a new resolution, a different or more inviting harmony coming into your life. Peace of mind, perhaps. Let's get another one here. The Page of Fire. Oh, I like this card. The Page of Fire. Enthusiastic action, adventurous, venturing forth, beginning a project, acting on a new idea. And isn't that something that we really can relate to, because we've just come off of this new moon solar eclipse, and it's all about new beginnings. It's all about a new project. It's all about a new idea. I am free to venture forth, for co-creating a true life to my desire is my right. I am finding my purpose as I take the first step into something new. My ideas have value, and I dream boldly. And there was a little bit about that dream building, right? To dream boldly, to grow that dream with the Ace of Cups. I am free to venture forth, for co-creating a true life to my desire is my right. You know, it's been scientifically proven. We are our thoughts. And what our thoughts are is what we are attracting. So if our thoughts are, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough time, I don't have enough energy, I can guarantee you, each day going forward, it's going to become more and more of a mantra for yourself, because you are inviting that kind of energy in by using that kind of mantra. Your brain works in a way that it's trying to meet your expectations. I don't have enough money, your brain makes sure you won't. I have enough money. I have purpose. I am deserving. I am courageous. I am strong. I am going to be successful as I go forward in this new venture. One more? Let's do one more. The Queen of Air. So we had the Messenger of Air and the Queen of Air show up with the Page of Fire. Look at the wisdom there. Look at the white snow owl there, right next to her. Tapping into your wisdom. Knowing that you already have that wisdom inside of you. Setting healthy boundaries, strong self-esteem, calculated and shrewd decisions, clear communication, well-organized, a wordsmith. I have clarity of purpose. I have clarity of purpose. Say that to yourself, even if you don't believe you do, because things will become clearer. Your brain will go into overdrive, sorting through what is needed, what is not, what is wanted, what is desired, and putting it together. I have clarity of purpose. My intentions are in alignment with my understanding. There is always a strategy in the game called life. Can I let go of false truth and be rigorously honest with myself and others? Can I let go of false truths? And that takes us right back to the very first card, doesn't it? Can I let go of the false truths? Can I reprogram myself for the truth that I want to step into, that I want to walk into, that I want to be a part of, that I want to become? So we get an animal here. So it's very strong energy for, you know, this is still taking a step back. you know, there's a little bit of the action and making the plan, but I think we're still in the baby steps of understanding a new reality that you are stepping into, a new understanding. And something that you believed forever and a day may, you know, all of a sudden you have this enlightenment that it really doesn't stand truthfully in your life. That there's a flaw in it, that it doesn't align with your energy. Design your space with the squirrel. So maybe it is just simplifying. Maybe it is getting rid of a lot of the stuff that really is clutter. Rearrange, renovate. You may have to break something up to make way for something new. And that's so true when we are talking about stepping into new energy, that we have to allow the old energy to go in our lives so that we create the space for the new energy to appear. Squirrel wants you to get going on that home improvement project you've been putting off. If it isn't a remodel, it could simply be that you need to work on rearranging your home, or possibly your office, in a manner that is less chaotic and cluttered and more aligned with peace, balance, and harmony. Squirrel is adding a red Christmas ornament to adorn her home. The color red is often used to express passion and love, but sometimes also anger and jealousy. Make certain that colors you use within your area bring the positive energy, and don't accidentally add something that would invoke negativity. By properly personalizing your space, you bring a warmth of higher energy to your area. And so it's all about creating the atmosphere around you. It could be creating the atmosphere so it represents more of the person that you are stepping into being rather than the person you were. So it's a good time to go, especially in maybe a main room of your house, or maybe it's your office, or maybe it's several rooms. And clearing the clutter and understanding what is necessary to have around you in order to bring a good vibration in, and where it is chaotic, where it's kind of unkempt, where it is restless energy created. Because you got the bills piled up on top of the notes from, well, school's going to start, but maybe it's the pre-notes, maybe it's the list of things that you have to get in order for the kids to go to school. And get rid of the declutter, simplify. Understand what colors you're using around yourself. Your colors matter. Okay, what color you are wearing matters. And after a new moon, it's whites, it's silvers. It's inviting that new energy in. It's inviting that spirituality, that sparkle of greatness. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.